Hello, my name is Malika Lund. This is my presentation on providing support for immigrant and multicultural students. In this presentation, I will outline the current condition of the school, applicable research, potential benefits of this change, the proposed change itself, areas in need of change, the plan for communicating the change, any challenges that are foreseen, the community's predicted response, as well as indicators of success of this change. Current condition. This is a small private pre-K 3 through 12th grade Christian school in Southwest Houston. Currently, there are students enrolled from both the Houston area and internationally, with students from the 5th through 12th grade potentially being international students. Currently, there's an increase in students classified as LEP or limited English proficiency enrolled in the school post-pandemic. Additionally, international students are isolated from their peers due to cultural differences and language barriers. Research is the purpose of multicultural education, why interventions may be needed beyond ESL or English second language, how cultural celebrations may improve students' experiences. The purpose of multicultural education, in addition to preparing students to work in a world in which diversity is ever more prominent by assigning students an active role in a safe class environment and by improving experimentation and experience, also serves to raise the communication skills of its students. Beyond just English second language classes, and enrichment is needed. Besides surface differences between home culture and American culture, there are differences in academic systems and traditions that can affect learning. Interventionists can help with adjusting the cultural shift and helping with breaking barriers. How cultural celebrations improve students' experiences. School celebrations are an important way of enhancing students' sense of belonging to their school. By creating opportunities to highlight different cultures and heritages, the school is able to provide avenues in which to encourage the students to connect with the school community even more. Potential benefits for international or newcomer students, newcomers being those who recently immigrated to the country. Through providing adequate support to international or newcomer students, they are more likely to get involved in school events and extracurriculars. When these students feel more supported, they will also encourage their friends from the communities to apply for the school in order to have the same experience, which is critical for private school education. More support means that they will be more engaged academically and socially. Additional benefits for local students or students from the area and faculty. Local and American-born students and teachers gain a multicultural education from authentic sources. Faculty and American or local students also have a new way to connect to these students and their peers. Reasons for change. In a modern school, students come from a variety of backgrounds. However, when students come as an exchange or foreign national students living away from home, it becomes even more difficult to get them engaged in learning. However, by creating a community that supports and celebrates their backgrounds, they're more likely to have a positive educational experience. Current areas in need of change in this school. At this time, there's no ESL or EAL, English Second Language or English Additional Language intervention programs. There's limited faculty support and mentorship on campus for international or newly immigrated students. There's a lack of consistent multicultural education appreciation in the school, and international students are isolated from their peers. Areas in need of special attention. Demonstrative, cultural, or heritage events planned without input from those affected. There's a limited accessibility to extracurriculars for international students who must often return home for the summer due to visas. There's limited support for international students in their first year, which results in homesickness, language, and cultural barriers. And at times there's a bias against ESL or limited English students from faculty and peers. Proposed changes to celebrate Heritage Months within the school community, incorporate a variety of authentic resources into the curriculum of all subjects, provide opportunities for students and community members to share their heritages with the school community, and provide intervention or support for newly immigrated students to transition them to the new school. The plan for communication towards the student body. Assemblies will be used for Heritage Months and cultural expos, such as chapels or other events. A student representative of the international students will be elected to Student Council to ensure there's proper representation. This international representative student will organize events for students to recognize their holidays and traditions throughout the year, such as Lunar New Year and other cultural events. Outreach will be performed with the assistance of an interventionist and an international representative to find students' interests and to help them get involved in different school extracurriculars. Planning for communication with the faculty. Training will be provided for all faculty and teachers regarding ESL support and integration. A staff member will be established as the interventionist and base teacher for ESL, and international students to monitor educational and emotional well-being. A line of communication will be established between students, guardians, administration, teachers, and the interventionists to ensure proper support is provided at all levels. Some perceived challenges. Teachers in private schools have a wide variety of educational backgrounds and may not be properly trained to support ELLs due to different certifications required. There may also be pushback from teachers that are set in their ways and less keen in changing for their students. Furthermore, the resources are limited for providing intervention assistance or arranging cultural events due to monetary limitations or other issues. Overcoming challenges. Professional development can be provided for teachers to learn how to assist students, even those who do not have certification. Administration can aid with finding curriculum or resources to ease the transition for veteran teachers to reduce pushback. Additionally, by reaching out to communities such as students' guardians who are acting in place of their parents when they're away from their home, their parents, and others connected to the school, more support can be provided. Steps for rolling out the change for the cultural aspect. First, an international student representative on student council will be appointed. Second, announcements for Heritage or Culture Months on the school intercom system. Then a culture coach will lead organization for assemblies for Heritage Months. The culture coach and a student organized celebration, such as Lunar New Year. And then finally, students will begin to run assemblies for Heritage Month with support from the culture coach as a slow release model. On the administrative side, first, summer transition camps will be implemented for new international students. Second, a faculty member will be appointed as a culture coach who will be responsible for leading heritage months and cultural aspects of transitions. A teacher trained in ESL support will be established as the language interventionist for the international and newly immigrant students. Finally, the intervention teacher and the culture coach will participate together in the transition camp to form connections to the students before the school year begins. Roles of the leaders. There are two distinct leaders that will be responsible for this change. First is the interventionist. The interventionist's job is to focus on academic support for international and limited English proficient students. This interventionist will work with the teacher to provide support for students academically as well as find new ways to integrate and scaffold learning. The cultural coach, on the other hand, will focus on the cultural element of the school. They'll collaborate with the students and teachers to create cultural appreciation events and reach out to the community to help students form connections. Perceived community response. By engaging host families or guardians in cultural events, students can feel even more supported. Assemblies and celebrations provide an opportunity for students to share their heritage, even those who are American born. Indicators of success. International newcomer students will get more involved in extracurriculars as they feel more connected to the school. The international students will also form friend groups with local students. International newcomer students will see academic growth due to ESL intervention when needed. The local students and faculty will have better appreciation of culture traditions of their peers. At this time, a full ESL program is not possible due to financial limitations. However, the intervention will begin the process for future establishments. Thank you for listening.